Never seen an American woman this impressive. She bought an abandoned old house in the village. Today she brought her tools, ready to get to work. She spent her last $3,000 on this old house, so all the cleaning and renovations she planned to do with her own hands. She first checked out the area around the house. Even though the house had been abandoned for a long time, the ground was paved before, so there was not much overgrowth. So she grabbed a hoe and cleared out the weeds around it. She found a burlap sack and tossed all the debris into it and threw it out. After clearing the weeds around the house, she could start the renovations. On top of the house, there was a thick layer of creeping vines. She used a hoe and easily pulled them all down. Then with a wheelbarrow, she gathered up all the branches and weeds and burned them in one go. The lock on the house. The previous owner had lost the key, so she just sawed the lock right off. It was a storage room filled with all sorts of pots and pans. She pushed them all out, then moved the table out too. After sweeping the floor clean, she started on the renovation. First she connected the wiring, then cut a window into the wall to let in more light. This American woman had every tool you could think of. Looks like she used to work in construction, otherwise she would not be this skilled. She was clearly a pro. After cutting that first window, the room got a lot brighter. The other small window was way too tiny. She marked out the lines, then used her tools to cut a bigger opening in that wall too. The old asbestos tiles on the roof were falling apart. She smashed them all with her hoe in no time, ready to lay down new tiles. After clearing away all the old asbestos, she went into the hills and cut down a bunch of bamboo. After measuring the length, she started processing it, cutting the bamboo into long enough strips. Then she laid them across the roof beams, ready to put on the new tiles. She nailed the top edge down tight, then tied the bamboo strips securely with wire. She bought the tiles and started laying them down. But the weather did not cooperate, and a light rain started. She did not let it bother her. She put on a raincoat and kept working. She was really looking forward to seeing her new place take shape. Watching her lay those tiles was pretty satisfying. While she was working on the old house, the neighbors came by to watch. They all admired her building skills. If you like it too, please send a free little red heart. She worked fast. In no time at all, she had the tiles all laid. Then she added a layer of ridge caps on top. She hired a worker to deliver a load of sand and a load of bricks. Then she used a wheelbarrow to haul the sand and cement into the yard. After mixing the cement, she started fixing up the window frames, smoothing out the edges nicely. Then she made a wooden window frame and secured it with cement. On the other side of the house, she installed a window there too. Then she carried cement up to the roof and filled in all the gaps between the tiles, so heavy rain would not leak inside. She also patched up the gaps on both sides of the roof. On the other side she did the same layer by layer with cement and brick, then smoothed it all out. After fixing up the roof, she chipped off the old deteriorating plaster from the outside walls, ready to apply a fresh coat. After smoothing it out, she did all kinds of finishing touches. Whenever she saw something she did not like, she tore it out and redid it herself. Even the water tank was not spared. She broke open the top of the tank, then used a crowbar to pry off the top panel, and ended up tearing down half of the tank. Then she brought in some bricks and built a new wall, making the tank take up less space. Since she lived alone, she did not need such a big tank. Then it started raining again. She still did not let it stop her. She turned on the lights and kept sanding the walls. The next day she plastered the inside of the tank too, and fixed any damaged spots, all patched up. She also redid the top of the tank. After making it perfect, she moved to the side room. This room used to be a bathroom. Looking at how worn out it was, she had her work cut out for her. She climbed a ladder up to the roof. It looked like she was planning to build something. Let's wait and see. She kept working on the old house. She went up to the roof, planning to build a water tank up there for storage. That way rainwater could be collected and used for showers. She carried bricks up to the roof load by load, then started building the tank with cement. She made the frame with bricks, then layered on the cement, leaving openings for the inlet and outlet. Then she got ready to cap the tank. She stretched a line and gave the top a slight slope. After coating it inside and out, making sure it would not leak, she hauled over a few big bamboo poles and laid them right into the grooves she had made, then covered them with cement. She brought over some asbestos sheets and nailed them onto the bamboo frame, and the rooftop water tank was finished. Now showering would be super convenient. No need to hook up plumbing. She swept the dirt out of the bathroom, then connected the pipes to the bathtub. So with a simple turn, it was ready ready to use. After finishing the bathroom, she grabbed some boards and a set of tools, and started working with the wood. After sanding the boards smooth, she used small strips to hold them together. Then she added hinges with nails, and installed them on the outside of the window. So now there was a little movable shutter, which made it more secure. Adding some wooden furniture made the place feel more alive, and added a splash of color. Then she pushed the wheelbarrow, and kept hauling the bricks she bought earlier. She built a small wall along the edge. After finishing that, she found some big old stones from somewhere, then used a crowbar and hoe to loosen the soil, ready to fill in a big hole. She still had leftover cement from before. She spread the cement on the ground, and laid the stone slabs one by one. Then she kept building that low wall with bricks. Finally she gave it another coat of cement. It looked really nice. After finishing the wall, she took a crowbar and pried up all the old pavement, ready to redo it. She brought over another wheelbarrow and hauled the broken concrete pieces away. She was really meticulous about the yard, like she was crafting a work of art. She built flower beds along both low walls. It looked like she wanted to turn the yard into a little paradise, beautiful and peaceful. She even made a mold, and poured cement into it. After lifting the mold, it made a really unique stepping stone. In the yard, she made several of these decorative stepping stones. Then she brought soil from the back hill to fill the flower beds, and also some pebbles she collected from the riverbed, and laid them in the yard. Finally she hooked up a pressure washer, and rinsed all the dirt off the stones. The yard was looking better and better. Just adding a few decorative touches made the yard feel so much more spacious. She also planted greenery along the low walls. After all that, she got out some paint, and painted the unique floor tiles in bright colors. This woman was busy non-stop. Right after finishing one thing, she cut some bamboo, and started making bamboo furniture. Her attitude toward life was truly admirable. On one hand it saved money, on the other she got to do the things she enjoyed. After finishing the bamboo furniture, she took down the old wooden door, and gave it a fresh coat of paint. Then she bought some white paint, and painted the whole exterior. The once run-down little house was slowly transformed in her hands, and looked completely different. It was given new life. After painting the outside, she went back inside, and used the same paint to cover the old walls inside too. Even the water tank got a coat. After filling the tank with water, she went to the market and bought a few koi. Some of them died from lack of oxygen, but a few survived. The flower beds were ready. All they needed were some flowers. She dug up some pretty wildflowers from the back hill, and planted them in the flower beds. Now the whole yard was completely done. It was really beautiful. All that was left was to move in. After letting the paint fumes air out for a few days, she finally moved in this peaceful environment. What do you all think? After cooking dinner each day, she would sit in the yard, and admire her hard work. If 10 is a perfect score, how many points would you give this woman?